Hey everybody, I just got done crying for like uh more than an hour and you were there, so of course you know that. I'm debating on if I want to talk from start to finish about every single thing I have been through with this man, if that would make me feel better, or if it would make me feel worse. But maybe that will make me feel good. Maybe I could even do it on a live stream on here, or if not on a live stream, then I could just set up my phone until I like take care of my bedroom and take out my braids. Sorry. They say the best thing you can possibly do is take out your braids. Ow, fuck that hurt. I accidentally pulled out my hair. I've had in these braids for a very long time. There's little bits of pillow lint and there's tangles, and no offense, every time I try to lay down, I literally feel hair snapping from my head because at this point, like I have probably an obscene amount of growth in my hair. Like I'm glad my hair grows relatively fast. Like it's like a full, almost two fingernails knuckles worth of growth of hair, and I don't know how long that is. Like an inch? Yeah, like an inch of hair. And I guess the best thing you can do anytime you go through a new breakup or new change in your life is to change up your hair. I have been hesitating on it because I thought, no, I could cut out my braids at least. I could cut out my braids and wear wigs for a bit. That could work. And then I thought to myself, no, how about instead of wigs, how about I just take out all of my hair and go back to being natural, and I can just rock my natural afro for a bit, and it'll naturally repel me from going on dating apps, because then, like, simply put on dating apps whenever I have on wigs or my hair straightened or my hair in long braids like this, I'm a magnet to the niggas. But when I don't and my hair is an afro, it kind of makes some people, it keeps away some people who have certain closed-minded beliefs, or some people are into what they're into. I don't blame them too much, but plus, doing my natural hair is a lot of work, and but then again, it's like I don't know how to put this. It's finally getting warm again. Once like the whatever depression I have usually goes away once spring has sprung, because it means, you know what, instead of just cold endless depression time, the sun is shining. Like you could do a lot now, and like things seem like they're on the uptick. So I can probably be able to wash, like, I don't know. The reason I haven't taken out my braids yet is it's like there's a lot of factors, okay? It's like if I were to take out my braids and do my natural hair, there's a lot of things that could fuck that up. But I don't know. I do have to take out my braids. I have to at least let my afro breathe for a week. For at least a fucking week. No hater comments, no dumb shit being said my direction, none of that. But then I also have to find hair ties, and I also have to find my combs or buy more combs and get a deep conditioner and just a lot of shit. It's a lot. Like it's not easy like straight hair. Straight hair, like, these niggas just hop in the shower, let their hair get a little wet, optional shampoo, and then they come out, and then that shit just looks like something like Jennifer Aniston would promote or whatever for her shampoo brands back in the day. Black people hair is a little more difficult because I have to worry about shrinkage and breakage and high tension and low tension and how much I'm coming out. Am I coming out the right way? What temperature is the water? How much water I need to cover my whole head, because it seems like it doesn't quite absorb water, or if it does absorb water, how long does it take for it to dry? And how it looks when I hop out the shower is different than how it looks when it starts drying, and how it will look several hours in, and it's a lot. But you know what? I think it's about time. I think it's about, because the best thing you can do when you're stressed about a nigga is wash your nigga right out your hair. Cleanse him from your mind, cleanse out all the shit that's been on your mind for months. Just a deep, deep detangle. Deep, deep detangle. And get out all the knots and the muck and the bullshit. And then I can probably just get on here and talk about how I'm feeling. Because, if Mitchell's obviously not going to do that, he's a fucking idiot. He will never get therapy in his fucking life or try to be better. But the good thing is, he's not around. So I don't have to worry about him. I just have to worry about me. And I know that I'm better than him in a lot of ways because I at least try to reflect. And I try to do what it takes to not just move on and on to the next and never recover from my bullshit. I try. So I'm going to try. So maybe sometime, technically today, because it's 12:02 a.m. February 21st as I record this, but maybe I'll just do that. I can just dedicate time to detangling my hair and figuring out what I'm gonna do with it, and maybe even finding my flat iron if I can clean it, and then my blow dryer, and just trying to get my life together. A nice room deep clean, hair deep clean, and then I can just figure out what to do to make me happy. Like no Facebook, no Pinterest, no bullshit, just straight up like happy. Well, I don't even really use Facebook. I just said Facebook for the sake of it. Let's not go. Like, sometimes I have a burner Facebook and I just kind of look at bullshit people say on there, but you don't need to know that. Regardless, I want to be at peace. And, you know, like, there's a lot of steps I do to get over a breakup. One of them is like throw yourself into as many social events as you can, or even situations that bring you anxiety. Because I'll put it this way: sure, you could be at home anxious as fuck, thinking about the bullshit and niggas up to you, or you could go out to karaoke, totally sober or drunk. Sober is usually better, and just try your hand at like singing a song or putting on an act or doing a performance. Or you could go to an open mic and try telling some jokes. Simply put, you're gonna stop thinking about that nigga and you're gonna remember the way it felt to have a crowd of strangers react either totally dead fish like to you or mocking you or hating you, or you're going to think about everybody loving you and how fantastic that was and how good you felt. Another thing to do is buy yourself something really nice, like buy a dress that makes you feel really, really confident. Buy some skincare stuff that will make your skin glisten in the sun in just the way you want. Buy yourself some makeup that you know will make the like gold flecks in your eyes or the whiteness of your teeth come out. Try a new routine. Try some new things out. Something I like to do, I like to get a Korean body scrub, but the last time I went they were fucking terrible. But whenever I've gone, like Korean body scrubs, let's just say they get a very rough rag, like a terry cloth, and they dig almost everywhere. Yes, even there, every fucking surface. Yes, even you know that spot you're thinking about right now. Even there, they get in. Even fucking there, and they scrub like fucking hell. Rough, rough, rough. Just you will watch dead skin that you will watch areas that you didn't even know could be rubbed get rubbed, and the dead skin will just come off and you will feel so fresh and anew, and they wipe you down with like a steel soap, and it's a huge process. It's beautiful, but they fucked up last time I was there, so otherwise I'd go, like, I let's just say I should go to another location probably. And I also try some new foods. This is also a factor to why sometimes I go on dates, because I'll put it to you like this: sure, you could cry over a nigga, or you could go on a date with someone, anyone at all, ideally someone who's at least a little bit cute and kind of interesting, and go to a fine dining Michelin star restaurant with them. Because even if you're gonna be sad, at least you're gonna be sad, but you're gonna, like, you won't be sad for too fucking long. You're gonna be like, holy shit, I'm eating branzino, and I've never had Benzino before, but I've had it now, and it's my new favorite thing. Hell yeah, give me some sparkling water. Hell yeah. And you're gonna try a little fucking crazy ass multi course menu that is just like obscene. Whether it's obscenely stupid or obscenely fun and exhilarating, let's just say you'll have the time of your life. Let me say, the fucking dessert at Gary Danko, ooh, the chocolate souffle, and then they bring out like you'll order the souffle and they'll come out with a whole bunch of tarts and treats and like, oh hell, like it's a ooh, like that place has its flaws, but it's a great fucking spot, y'all. Also, like I said, get yourself a new outfit or do something to change your look up. Think about it. After you leave someone, that's what you usually do. You do something that makes you feel good. You could try out a new look they didn't approve of, or try out a new look that you know they're gonna be super fucking, like, the revenge look. I remember when I left Jared, I remember I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go on a date with someone new, and I put on that nice, like, extremely gorgeous, like, ooh, this beautiful Latina looking wig I had. And I was like, bitch, that's racist. I mean, a little bit. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have this very exotic looking, beautiful wig of mine. It's like a nice jet black, curly, wavy, flowy. Ooh, it looks like something like Pam Grier from the movie Jackie Brown mixed with like Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, no, it's great. I love this hair. It's such a cute look. And I put on that wig and I did my makeup all really, really nice. Not too much. I made it very natural looking, but still very. I got some new lip glosses, oiled up my body just right. I had this nice dress that Jared, my ex, curse his soul, curse his name, he never got to see me in because he was on some bullshit. It's like, yeah, nigga, you would have had me. I would have kept being dolled up if he was not constantly putting me through endless amounts of trauma. But it's okay. I got to wear it for the next nigga. And then guess what? I went on a date with that dude and the next dude after him, of course, and we had a fantastic time. And I wore that fucking beautiful Audrey Hepburn esque, Pretty Woman esque, beautiful red flowy dress with the amazing, like, it brought out my hips, it flowed around my ankles, it had a sweetheart neckline, and it snatched my waist and made the titties sit up naturally. Like, holy shit, banging body. Woo! Yes, it looked fucking amazing. Let me tell you, it was so good. So And that nigga was so mad hearing about how wonderful of a time I had on that date. I remember that was one of his first of many crash outs. He was so insane, but whatever. And then let's see, and then there were several other things after that. I don't know. Whenever I go through something traumatic, like fashion is the best way to reclaim your body. Fashion and sex, I've noticed. Something I also like to do, and I might do this soon, but I don't know if the tariffs have already came to like fuck us in the ass, or if like I don't know if DHgate is still gonna deliver stuff from Asia or whatever. But I do have some fucking Timu credits. You know, they owe me a refund of like $5, but you know what? Otherwise, I got some cash to blow, and I can buy myself a cute little cheap ass necklace that will probably have cancerous material in it, but whatever. Or at the very least, a discounted one. And I can mail it to my ex boyfriend Liam's house, and by the time, and when the time passes, I will open up that little gift, and it will either be a congratulations on making it this far without thinking about Mitchell, or type of gift to myself, or it'll be a hey, you've been suffering a lot. Here's something to look forward to that you forgot about because you've been too busy suffering, to remind you that good is always around the corner, even you can't see it type gift. And I love that. And yeah, I should buy myself like a cute little ring or like a piece of jewelry or something cute off of that website. Yeah. And let's see. And another like oh yeah, but yeah, self-transformation is a good one. But especially good, especially the best thing you can do for yourself, change your hair. Cuz I noticed that whenever I have my afro, I love my natural hair. I do. I get more intentional about it. It repels certain people away who are terrible for me. Like it repels away assholes and bigots, and it keeps me away from certain social scenes where I know people would treat me like shit if I were there with my natural hair. So I am only around good people and good energy. It keeps me inside the house. It can be a bit of a pain because me wearing my natural hair can make certain things that I do outside a lot more hard. But I'll put it to you this way: ever since I got my braids, I have hardly been out the house. So I mean, whatever. And it's like I shouldn't be dating anyway. So instead I could just be in the house, like fucking reading some books, tending to my plants, applying to like new places to work, sewing, trying a bunch of things, and embracing my life. I want to get in the process of enjoying my life again. It would have been nice if Mitchell didn't fuck it up, but Also, what's fucking disturbing? You know how I've talked about like spiritual stuff and omens. I also forgot to mention that one of the like within the first few hours of me and Mitchell hanging out, we were in Japantown, and I remember we were having a conversation, and the conversation was kind of in the direction of movies like 500 Days of Summer or Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind and stuff. Let's just say, time. It's sort of like twisted irony about how he ended up, like fucked up foreshadowing, where now I'm in the position of okay, is he on a pedestal, or like how do I move on from him? And also like okay, I'm glad I met him. I hate that it ended the way it did. To an extent, I wish I forget him, and to an extent, I will. But then again, at least I think I will. I'll think I have forgotten all about him, but even then, I spent the last 2 days at my ex Liam's place, and the second I got home, I immediately wanted to cry because I thought about Mitchell. So, man, I don't know. Something's kind of fucked up about that. But it's okay. I can wash that man out of my hair, and I can let my hair breathe at least for a fucking week, or maybe a few weeks or whatever, and then I can get my hair done with some overpriced but very cute braids from a new potential braider, and I can start a new job and wear my new jewelry and try to figure out how to start this new stage of my life after meeting someone like him. It still makes me sick to my stomach thinking about how good things felt between me and him when he was around, but whatever. But yeah, now I'm just kind of thinking, but I'll put it this way. It's ironic that I'm kind of thinking, oh my god, but my life's gonna go down in quality if I have my natural hair out. Ironically, a topic that me and Mitchell talked about: texturism and colorism and racism and stuff like that. Like, the amount of times I've been called slurs or been treated terribly, like, oh, trust me. But let me say it like this: I've also said to myself that sometimes going through new stress makes you forget about old stress. Like how a few days ago, the bitch who fucking tried to rage on me because I didn't give her half of my chicken sandwich at the comedy class. Fuck her. I'm never going there again, which is a comfort. Like, that helped me stressing over her. and saying a bunch of extremely problematic things on my story, that helped me get over her. And then as for, or get over Mitchell a little more, because instead of me thinking about Mitchell for several hours, it was me thinking, oh my god, that stupid bitch in the comedy classes, and fuck her, and fuck those classes, and it helped. It helped. And then even to like, yeah, and the comedy classes weren't the best, but it still was like, okay, cool, I have something consistent and fun to look forward to where I could meet more people and try out a new avenue of my life of maybe even doing stand-up comedy, because I've been told to do that for a while and I have people rooting for me, and just, yeah. Like, I don't know, think about it. Like, me cursing out CVS workers because those stupid motherfuckers will not respond to me about why my $5 in extra bucks rewards is not being uploaded to my card, despite how it is. Like, why is it not working when it hasn't expired? I get to stress about that and have my blood pressure go up about that instead of Mitchell. So I don't know. Things that upset you kind of can like either worsen a breakup because it's like, ah, fuck, I got abandoned and harmed emotionally and sexually a little bit by this nigga, and now CVS is being a fucking cunt to me. Fuck you, life. I'm gonna kill myself. Or sometimes it could be like you get so wrapped up in like, oh god, I just embarrassed myself trying to make conversation with someone in public, or oops, I tripped and fell, or oops, I sprinted towards a bus, or oops, I drank too much Mountain Dew and cannot physically move off my floor because I have full body paralysis from the amount of caffeine in my system and my heart's not going back to the same. Like, those are all terrible, yes, but they're things that are terrible that still kind of point me in the right direction of not thinking about that nigga anymore. You know what I mean? But, that's hit or miss. But for the most part, I want to get back to normal. I want to nurture my plants instead of fantasizing about nurturing a man in a way that he will never ever fix himself. I want to light candles and give myself hot oil massages, and even though it would be hard, like perceived hard work, and maybe to an extent it would be difficult, especially because the shower in my place is fucked up to hell, so it's a lot harder to like do the like to detangle my hair, especially if the water can't be hot for longer than 10 minutes at maximum, then I see why I don't want to do my hair. If my hair takes forever to dry and can give me headaches, or if it can get dry even after a million moisturizing treatments, or if like shrinkage can occur, or if I can just simply sleep on my hair one way or another and it fucks up, like that is stressful, that is irritating, that does suck, yes. But the perk is I will at least come out the other end with a clean scalp and a fresh start, and I can figure out what to do next with my head of hair from there. So that's how I'm feeling, and that's what I'm doing. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so I guess I'll aim to take out my braids, and maybe I'll kill the time by talking about Mitchell, and because it takes a while to take out my braids. Usually braids take fucking forever, but these aren't singles. It's just like it's kind of like two rows of cornrows. So for all I know, I'm picturing it's gonna be so much hard work, but it'll probably just, for all I know, it probably won't even take even 2 hours. Sometimes I've had to take out braids that take fucking 3 days to get them all out because ooh, those piss me off. They piss me off. But ooh, braids that like this, I'm glad I got my hair done in this style, because these braids might only take like 2 hours, and that would be more than enough time to describe every single thing that happened between me and Mitchell. Even though I'm sure I've painted enough an idea, I still want to make it clear and cut every single thing that happened. So that, I'll put it this way. Let's say I did pull in Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind and I did erase all my memories about Mitchell. I've done that with people before. Trust me, I've actually forgotten entire people that I've been with. It's scary how good I can do it. A part of me wants to. A part of me just wants to remember nothing of how it started and how it ended, and just remember good little blurbs like, just like, oh yeah, that's the guy I got breakfast with. Oh yeah, we drank sometimes. Oh, we did that. I don't like if I could just really nullify everything to the point where I forget every single detail, but the most absolute bare minimum, and move on from him. Maybe that would work. I don't know what it would do to me, but I kind of see. Let's just say I've been crying. It's been officially 2 months since I've met him, and I've seen what the knowledge of someone like him in my life has done to me. And I don't know why I met him. I don't know if there was some divine reason. I don't know. It all hurts regardless, so maybe it's best that I forget someone like him. And if I can never remember him again, and I can just go about my life and pretend like nothing ever happened. Or if better yet, if I can pretend none of the terrible shit in my life happened and that I just have some amazingly beautiful life, that'd be really nice. And I think I would like that. I think I'd like to forget about him entirely. But to do that, I'm going to need to process every single thing. That's how my process works. I've journaled out entire breakups. I've journaled out entire relationships, trust me. I think I just need to document the fact that it happened so that, I don't know, one day when I'm 30 years old, or probably like fucking closer to 40, but who knows when I'll have kids, and I have a new life, I can just see a photo of him and not know who he is. Knowing me, I'd probably keep the photo. Like, sometimes I'm able to do that. I'm able to just keep photos of people and be like, who's this guy again? Oh, it's him. Hmm. Something happened with him, but I don't remember. And I can just go about my life. So I guess it is good that I'm over documenting, because I don't know, what if one day I saw him in public and I didn't recognize him? And not a single thing was remembered. That would be a blessing. But it is probably for the best that I remember him. Isn't that also what happened in The Notebook? I don't know. Well, I never watched The Notebook. I also haven't seen much of 500 Days of Summer or the Sunshine movie. I just know the gist of it, let's say. But yeah. So I guess that might happen. Feel free to strap in if you want to hear the entire story from start to finish about every single thing about this man. Maybe you'll get a vibe and you'll understand why I liked him so much. Even more so considering you have the backstory of how my life was going before I met him. So yeah. But I truly loved this man. Like, don't worry. I'm not saying he's my future husband or the father of my kids. Even though life can surprise you, because trust me, trust me, I've had people who I thought were fucking nightmares 3 years later, suddenly they're the ones I'm fantasizing about a future with mutually. Like, life can surprise you, trust me. Some people who I thought would leave or would never come back did. Even today, actually, I got hit up by this dude named Vince. We had been in. Yeah, okay, sure, I'll mention it in this video while I'm here. When I was 19 and I went through a really fucked up breakup with a guy, funny enough, one of his friends named Vince is like, he knew everything. And he still was like, I'm gonna get involved with this girl because she's fucking gorgeous. I don't give a fuck what she did to my buddy Patrick number two. I don't give a fuck because she's gorgeous and I want her. And she seems great. Let's just say after what, like 5 or 6 years, I finally got the chance to meet him. We haven't had that many interesting conversations or whatever, but flirtations here and there. Like, and he still knows the gist of how I am as a person, or at least I thought. Let's just say we finally had the chance to meet. He was stinky and stingy, my two least favorite things in a man to be. And he also was extremely rude and yeah. But guess what? I remember that I left without a word. The second I got home, I aired him out online, and he most likely saw that shit. But guess what? He reached out to me today. He was like, "Hi, how are you?" I said, "Fine. Why do you ask?" He said, "Oh, I just wanted to check in on how you doing." I said, "Okay, I'm fine." He said, "Okay," and I just sent him a message a few minutes ago that said, "You should probably avoid talk." Actually, I'll read out the message I sent to you so that I have 100% accuracy to what I said to this man. I said, "Ew. How about this? As much of an ego boost as this was, I think you're better off not being in touch with me. The last time we met, you were incredibly rude, dismissive, unhygienic, and overall not nice, and I find you unimpressive. Thank you for the candles. They were a nice addition to my household. Regardless, you have other friends. Stay in touch with them." And that's entirely fucking accurate. Like, yeah, it's like we went to IKEA and he was a fucking asshole. Not much to say about that. And I just thought to myself, wow, you've been plotting on me for years. You like, how do you have a 6 year head start and you still fuck up seeing me? Like, wow, just uh, it's like, also I have to say it. Vince is an objectively attractive man. Like, gorgeous red curly hair, nice chiseled jawline, porn star mustache, bright green, extremely fucking gorgeous eyes. Holy shit. Good bone structure, extremely tall. And on top of that, he has a very killer slay little waist and a fat fucking ass. And you still manage to fuck things up with me, then you really must be a terrible person, nigga. Because wow, like wow. Also, someone cursed or someone got mad at me the other night. Actually, they replied to something on my other social media. They were like, "Damn, girl, you just love objectifying and sexualizing men, don't you?" And I, let's just say, I had to pop off a little bit. Cause shut the fuck up. I do not care. Shut the fuck up. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What was I saying? Oh, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Mitchell's ever gonna come back. If he ends up coming back, I don't know, 6 years from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, anything could happen. I don't know. Let's just say it will be a lot easier for me to entirely forget about him and move on with my life and have a happy, normal life without him. Because, sitting here crying about him ain't gonna make him come any faster if he is fated to meet with me again. And he's got healing to do, and if he never does it, then I hope he stays the fuck away from me. Amen. I'm not going through that again. Like, I've said it in other videos, if he were in front of me right now, as much as I think that I have so many positive feelings for him, if he were in front of me right now and he tried to talk to me, I probably wouldn't feel anything. I'd probably just feel a lot of sadness and anger, like, this is the man I've been crying over. This stupid, high-hipped, long-legged, fucking idiot of a man with a bony-ass nose. This is the guy I've been crying over. His stupid self, with his overly beautiful eyes and his arrogance and his idiotic, sad, pathetic little man-child behavior when he's almost fucking 30. This is the guy I've been crying over. I wouldn't even find him worth any words. I wouldn't even find him worth violence. Or maybe I would, but the type of guy where you just see him and a part of you is like, I wish I had a brick to throw at you, but frankly, I don't even think you're worth the energy of me reaching even a millimeter towards a brick, because you just don't deserve any single bit of my energy any further. He sucks. And he can be such a disgusting nightmare of a person far away from me. He had his time being positive in my mind. He is now seen not entirely as a negative, but just as someone I no longer want in it. And he's earned that right. So now he has to mean nothing to me. And I'll erase him from my mind, and if he ever were to come back, like if I were in a grocery store and I saw him and, he's looking at some fucking pasta sauce and I'm looking at some fucking jams, I would probably walk the fuck away without trying conversation. And if he looked at me, I would probably just go home, be sad for a few hours, or be confused, like, who is that man and why did he spark such a weird emotion in me? Because I don't remember him. But that's how I feel. And if he even did try to talk to me for whatever reason, like let's say I did good or bad to him before I ended things, let's just say I would still want it to just be like let's say Mitchell approached me and was like, "Hi, do you remember me? How have you been doing?" I just want to be able to be like, "I'm sorry, I don't know you," or "Who are you?" or "You look handsome. I don't think we've met before, but nice to meet you. Have a good day." Or at absolute most realistic, I probably would say something along the. I'd probably just pretend I knew him and just pretend to be nice to him and kind and act like we talk, but no, deep down we would never actually talk. And he wouldn't mean anything to me. And I think that's truly the important part. Because think about it, that's what he tried to do to me. It's the exact reason we're not talking right now. He wanted to act like we had absolutely nothing between us, to push me out of his mind, to pretend it doesn't exist, because he is a man child who thinks that if you don't look at it directly, then it doesn't exist. Like a kid who thinks peekaboo really makes their parents fucking vanish. He thinks if I don't look at my feelings, they're not there. And I won't care. So you know what? Two can play at that game, but I can do it a whole lot better than him. So maybe it'll be a lot of a blessing if I never see him again. So maybe I'll just have one last final time on here where I can take out my braids, comb out the dirt, cleanse my scalp, process my emotions, have a good cry, and then at the very least when I'm done crying, I can wash my hair and scrub every inch of my body with the terry cloth that I actually did get from that shitty Korean spa, put on some nice jewelry, look at myself in the mirror after I have my nice luscious afro out, and just be like, wow, I look so beautiful and awesome. This is like a whole new me compared to the girl who was crying every day for 2 months in her shitty little ratty braids. And it's a whole new girl that he will never be able to experience again, and that is a blessing in itself. I've had that feeling before, and I am, I guess, happily awaiting having it again. And I know one could be all woo-woo about it and be like, hey, Tamia, what if Mitchell was the push you needed? What if he was the push you needed so that you could truly start being happy for yourself again? And so that you could start figuring out how to be happy for yourself. No, don't say some shit like that to me again, or else I will kill myself. So, yeah, let's not even entertain that narrative. Let's just say, yeah, let's not even go there. Because it's like, nah, if some higher power wanted me to get my life together, they would have been like, here's a job opportunity that's perfect for you. Like, 100%, like, perfect for you. Like, they're gonna call you back and everything. Or they would have been like, like, come on now, I'm just saying. But whatever, things worked out with Mitchell, at least for the time being. I don't know. Let me not get too woo-woo, else I'm gonna get annoyed. But I was just thinking, like, it is funny how certain things did work out. I almost didn't meet up with Mitchell until I got a bunch of sudden money that would have helped out with my mental situation, at least at the time. At the time. But my housemate's fucking retarded, so they didn't, like, let's just say the money wasn't gonna get given to them anyway. That's a long story. Let me not tell you all my business. Sorry. I'm just thinking things through. I don't know. A lot of things that one can write off as blessings happened, and a lot of things that I could say are bad happened. None of it makes any sense to me. I don't get what the grand story is here that's trying to be laid out for me. But on the bright side, I'm just saying I am looking forward to starting the next chapter and being able to smile when I look in the mirror again, and being able to go outside on a nice sunny day and go to a rose garden and read some cute little manga stories about romance and love. And I want to be able to forget him so that my heart doesn't throb anytime I see a character in a movie or storybook or whatever look at the other person lovingly or be a supportive and loving person, you know? And if anything, I'm gonna say it. I should hate Mitchell a lot more than I do, because he actually kind of has permanently damaged the way I view love. Other people have done that. I wanted one fucking week, or even just a few days where I didn't have to have that. I didn't and just where it could have ended well, and I didn't get what I wanted. Am I gonna be able to read fucking romance novels and manga and manhwas the same again after him? I don't think so. But maybe. So let me not totally shit talk it. The answer is maybe. And that works for me. But first, I need to forget him. And to forget is to reflect on everything. Every single moment where he made me feel like the most special loved girl in the world. And every moment where he made me feel not good. And maybe I'll do one final thing to him. Just to say I did it. And to be able to happily move on. And forget him. And even if he tried to come back, whether it was out of anger or lust or love or whatever, it would at least deter him from coming back, and it would deter me from being able to accept him back, knowing I fucked him up one last time. Alright, peace out, bye.